when you resume your practice, we're looking really at the period 6 weeks after having your baby. It's important to start toning the abdomen very gently. You know, you wouldn't start doing your leg lifts or urdhva, your boat pose. That's something that comes in what we would call the second and third term. So we'd be looking 4 to 6 months after having your baby. So from about 6 weeks, the abdominal region gets toned very gently. You know, don't underestimate postures like the swastikasana with the arms extended up to help gently get that lift and toning of the abdomen. Your shoulder stand will help in that process as well. And also Parsvottanasana, we've already done that pose, extending the right leg into the wall. That's another lift and gentle toning of the abdomen. To also help in that process is Maha Mudra. We go in from, it's basically the Janu Sirsasana asana position, and then we bring in a very strong lift from the pubic bone all the way up through the chest, all the way up into the throat notch. We retain the breath briefly, and then we exhale out. Very toning. It's actually a very beneficial way to start getting enough lift in the abdomen so that when you're ready to start introducing a very important postnatal posture, urdhva, the boat pose, you've already set up a little bit of strength back into your abdomen with this practice of this posture. We're going to extend the left foot. You'll see I've got my heel up on a block. Having that lift helps encourage that energy flow, the work of the leg connecting into the pelvis, feeding up through the spine, feeding into the pelvic organs to help get a lot of blood flow there to encourage the healing process. We're going to stretch that left sitting bone back. I'm going to bring the thumb into the inner right knee, and as we bend the knee up and out, we're going to bring the foot, the heel into the perineum, and the knees gently drawing a little more back beyond that right hip. I'm going to work with the belt. So we place the belt around the heel. In fact, you can double the belt. I've got quite an extra long one. I'm going to place it around the toe mound of the foot to help create the lift. This is how you would practice Janu Sirsasana, the sitting position, and this posture follows Maha Mudra in an Iyengar yoga postnatal sequence. So Janu Sirsasana would be done with a concave spine. Adho Mukha Janu Sirsasana, we wouldn't go forward at this stage because we still want to create that lift from the pubic bone for the lift of the uterus, and then that gentle toning of the abdomen. So we would work like this for Janu Sirsasana as well. So Maha Mudra, I'm going to gently press the back of the leg down. I'm going to press the heel and the big toe mound into the wall. There's a gentle drawing down of the outer right thigh, the outer right shin here, feeling the outer foot gently drawing into the floor. And then we want to align our torso over the left leg. So from the waist, we bring the right side ribs, the right chest, a little more over to the left. The Maha Mudra, we're going to hold a little bit closer the belt towards the foot. We're going to take an inhalation. We're consciously going to start a lift from the pelvic floor region, lift up through the sides of the navel, lifting through the sides of the ribs, the sternum bone. We're going to gently bring the chin into the throat to finish the inhalation, and then we're going to retain the breath 1 to 2 seconds before we exhale out. So the inhalation process, in that process of inhaling, we're also going to get that lift from the pelvic floor. We're going to actively lift up through the side navels, up and under the ribs, through the sternum bone, and retain the breath. Let's do it together. So just take a couple of normal breaths to settle yourself into the position. Remember, shoulders rotating down, feeling that slight lift through roughly that bra line region or middle shoulder blade region. Feeling the lift of the side ribs up to the armpit chest. Couple of normal breaths, and then take your next natural exhalation, and let's do our first Maha Mudra. Inhale. Actively as you inhale, lift the pelvic floor. Keep feeding the inhalation up, lift through the sides of the navel, lift the side ribs, lift the sternum bone. When you get up to the sternum bone, gently bring your throat into the notch of the throat and hold your breath. 1 to 2 seconds, whatever you can manage here. Keeping that lift from the pelvic floor all the way up to the throat. Exhale, gently release the breath out, lift the head up and releasing out. Let's go to the other side. So we support now the right foot, the right heel on the block. Drawing that right sitting bone back, we're going to bend the left knee, bring the thumb into the inner knee to gently bend the knee back. Janu Sirsasana on the left side. We're going to, once again, keep the belt doubled. Build around the mound of the foot. So that already starts to create that lift. As you hold the belt, you're getting that connection of your arms back into the shoulders. You're getting already that lift. So it just helps in that process of Maha Mudra, working with the belt like this. So once again, take a few normal breaths just to ease yourself into the position. And then as you inhale, actively lifting pelvic floor. If you've already got that ability to feel that lift through the side of the navel, keep inhaling. Feel the lift of the ribs as you inhale, lift through the sternum bone. When you reach up to that throat notch, bring the chin down. Keep feeding the outer arms into the shoulders. Feel that lift through the middle upper back. Hold 1 to 2 seconds. Exhale, releasing the breath, releasing the hold of the foot. And you can release out. You can do this at least 2 to 3 times each side